What is up, bros? I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros. This week on the podcast, I did not watch shit this week. So this is a Rose only weekly watch kind of week. So we're excited to see what he's watched this week. He's actually watched a lot of good shit this week.
I have.
Yeah, I've been watching random ass shows and stuff, so don't have a whole lot to report on there. But then, we are going to be getting into a breakdown
of a movie that certainly came out this month.
Yep, it sure did.
Yeah,
we will be breaking down Borderlands. Which, if you guys have heard the rumors about this movie, they're true.
Yeah. So if you guys want to catch this movie in theaters, you better hurry because it comes to streaming August 30th. And I think that's one of the fastest I've ever seen a movie leave theaters.
Dude, here's something freaking... I almost messaged you. Well, I would have if my phone was working. I almost messaged you to see if you wanted to wait to do it until next week because of how bad I've heard the movie is. But I was also like, nah, that's super short notice. Like, there's no way that we'd be able to watch something else like today. At least not anything like new.
I mean, honestly, I feel we could have made something work.
Yeah, but yeah. So anyway, we contributed to this box office, unfortunately. So
oh man.
Yeah, this is going to be a breakdown.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, I did it for Eli Roth. That's why I saw it. Dude, I did it for Eli Roth.
Eli Roth is on my shit list for a little while.
Fair. That is completely fair.
Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, let's say we get on into this week's episode.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Need motivation? Angry Dad Podcast. Trying to jumpstart your life? Angry Dad Podcast. You want help getting off the couch? Angry Dad Podcast. You need a verbal kick in the ass? Angry Dad Podcast. You want to hear from somebody who's been through it all? Angry Dad Podcast. I am here for you. You can find me on all podcast platforms.
All right, kicking off this week's episode. Rose, would you like to tell everyone what you've been watching this week?
Would love to. So, you guys didn't know, Leica decided to re-release Coraline into theaters in 3D because this year marks 15 years since this movie came out. So I don't know about you, I feel old as hell because of that. But you know what? That's okay because this movie is absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love this freaking movie. It's one of my favorite animated films of all time. And the fact that I finally got to experience it in 3D in a theater was absolutely incredible. So I actually went and saw this with Sammy, Caleb, and it was her first time seeing this. She had never seen Coraline.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. She enjoyed it. She had a good time. But she made a really funny comment. I don't know if you remember the opening of this movie.
I've never seen this movie.
Oh, my bad. I thought you had.
No, I've seen bits and pieces, but those bits and pieces freaked me out enough where I was like, nope, not doing it.
Okay, well, anyway, this isn't spoiling anything, but the beginning opens up with like a doll being sewed together, and there's one part that you see the needle go through, and you know it's like pointing right at the camera, so you know it's 3D. Makes complete sense. It looked really good, but like so many people in the audience were just like, oh my god. And Sammy leans over to me and she's like, oh my god, it's like people haven't seen a 3D movie. Calm down.
Dude, I'll be honest, I've never seen a 3D movie. That's not true. That's not true.
I was like,
What? I watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D.
So good 3D. Okay.
Yeah. How has 3D improved over?
It depends, because for the longest time, I feel when they were just advertising movies being, make sure you catch it in real D 3D, the 3D was barely even there. It just like added to the movie. I guess like it made it like pop a little more. But you never actually saw like stuff jumping out at you. I feel like the late 2000s was a time when you really saw a good amount of good 3D. Like,
Dude, there's some movies I regret not seeing in 3D, like Ant-Man and Doctor Strange.
dude, yeah, Doctor Strange especially. But freaking, I remember when they did like Saw 3D, which I never got to see. I kicked myself for that, but I did get to see Jackass 3D, and that was so worth it. Just having shit just fly at you. That was just great.
So is it? I remember very vividly Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And I remember when I watched that, I left with a headache because it was like so fuzzy. And like it also probably had something to do with the blue and red glasses too. I know we've moved past that.
Yeah, thank God.
But is it still fuzzy?
No, I don't think so. Like even with just like wearing glasses over glasses, I do fine. Like I don't feel any headaches or migraines after I leave the theater.
Is it pretty clear?
Yes, very much so.
Oh, I might have to give it a shot next time.
Yeah, dude, don't worry.
Like a good...
You take it off. It's not like when you take your you used to take your glasses off for like Shark Boy and Lava Girl or like Spy Kids 3D, and like everything was just blue and red.
Yeah, that hurt my face.
Yeah, like okay, like if you take them off, and it's like well, I mean, I think for Coraline, it was like the whole thing because like this actually was remastered in 3D. Like they wanted to make sure that this actually was a good 3D experience. So when you take off your glasses, like yeah, it's gonna kind of look a little fuzzy, but that's just because you know it's a 3D picture. You're supposed to freaking wear your glasses.
Okay, that's what I would expect. Like I want it to be clear when I put the freaking glasses on.
Okay,
like
that's
okay.
It's great.
Okay, cool. Because like I noticed even with Shark Boy and Lava Girl, like it was still like fuzzy.
I remember that as well, but freaking dude, that was like cool as hell getting those in the theaters. Like they asked you, oh, do you want Shark Boy or Lava Girl?
It was
like
the shit, dude. I wish I still had those.
Dude, same here. Yeah, I wish I still have my Shark Boy pair. Because freaking, I remember like the ones that you got when you bought the DVD were like good, but they were like super flimsy. If you got them in the theater, I remember like those things were like built a lot better. Like I feel like they were more so built to last. Like I think they were still like, you know, like the classic like paper 3D glasses, but it felt like they could like they're not going to fold with you just like barely moving them in your hands.
Yeah. Dude, they sold special made like glasses, didn't they?
I think they did.
Like outside of theaters. Like I feel like Shark Boy and Lava Girl being in 3D was such a big event. Like I feel like I remember the dollar store because we always used to hit up the dollar store. I feel like I remember the dollar store selling Shark Boy and Lava Girl 3D glasses. Like that specifically for like when you go to see the movie.
I think I do remember seeing some stores do that. Like, yeah, they would advertise, oh, hey, you know, instead of getting them at the theater, just get your 3D glasses here.
Yeah. Like, I remember that being a big freaking event. I remember the Shark Boy and Lava Girl toys, too, at McDonald's.
Yes.
Dude, those were the shit. I had that so Shark Boy for years.
Dude, same. I never got Lava Girl, though. I was so disappointed about that.
I don't think I did either. Yeah, but dude, that was I'm trying to think of like if I remember anything past that, but I think that was like the last time I was like super pumped for a McDonald's toy.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, but I think the only thing after that was like Sonic the Hedgehog had like a little like crappy video game thing. And I remember
that one.
I got pulled out of school because I was going to go get my eyes checked. And while on my way back to school, my mom stopped at stopped and got us McDonald's, and my eyes were dilated.
Oh shit.
And I wanted to play that damn Sonic game so bad. I was holding it like that close to my face, like trying to like focus on it. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening right now. And but it was a good time though. It was a real good time.
Oh, that's amazing. I think the last one that I remember specifically, because my grandma was amazing when it came to Happy Meal toys. Like if I wanted to get like a certain collection, like complete all of them, she would drive me to multiple McDonald's just to make sure that I could complete the collection. I
Dude,
loved her so much for that.
That is the shit.
Right. So she did that with the Cars Happy Meal toys. So
that is
I don't have
awesome.
them anymore. I lost them all, but I can say I owned all of those.
Oh man, dude, that is so cool.
Right?
My dad would have freaking punched me in the throat if he even thought of bringing that up.
Damn,
dude, that's something.
Ow.
I wish that I would have worked at McDonald's during the period of time where like the cool toys were coming out, because I feel like every once in a while, just for like shits and giggles, I would have thrown like all of them into one Happy Meal.
Dude, you'd be the coolest employee ever.
Yeah, just like at a random drive-through, like throughout the day. Like it'd have to be one where they couldn't react in store. Like I'd freaking toss it in there, and then just like know in my heart that some kid is losing his ever-loving mind. Like that's the kind of shit that I would pull if I had that kind of authority.
That would be awesome. Dude, speaking of McDonald's, have you seen the whole thing with like these like collector's cups and everything? Like people losing their minds over it?
The collector's cups. Oh, like the little glass ones?
Well, they're not. They're plastic. They're not glass.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. But like, have any videos come across your TikTok about them?
No.
So yeah, so apparently, like if you buy the collector's meal, and I think most McDonald's are sold out now, but if you bought the collector's meal either at breakfast or lunch or dinner, you got a collector's cup. Came in a bag, so you couldn't even tell what it was. And most McDonald's wouldn't even like pull from a different box. They would just keep pulling from the same bag or the same box. And so if you went there like another time in the same day, you were likely just to get the same damn cup.
Dude, that's so dumb. I would have had so much fun with those toys, or just anything where I had to be the one to put it in there.
Because freaking like I saw a lot of people, because like even though like they were oh my god, sealed in a bag, and you know the employees couldn't open them. I guess there was a code on the back, and so many people would go to the drive-thrus and be like, hey, can you see if you have this code, like can you open this box? And they'd be like, yep, nope, can't do that. Whatever box we have open, that's what you get.
Dude, at least make your job fun. I mean, good hell, like how difficult is it to make your job enjoyable?
Yeah. Look, if you have the Barbie Hot Wheels one, let me get the Barbie Hot Wheels one. Come on.
Oh man, dude, I would have had so much fun working at McDonald's. Like during that time, the toys now are freaking trash.
True,
dude. Like today, so we went to McDonald's today, and we let Iris go and like play in the play place and everything, which the play places have taken a dive. They're so freaking boring now.
That's unfortunate.
Like it's still fun for Iris, I guess, because it's like a playground, but like by my standard of what the play places used to be, like it's freaking boring as shit. But no, the freaking toy, if you even want to call it that, was it was a poster of all these athletes. I don't even think they were like Olympic athletes. Like it was just random athletes, and then you get what they call your trading cards, but it's a freaking peel and stick sticker. So you peel it off and you just stick it where the name goes. Like you match up the names. I'm like, dude, this is so dumb.
Yeah, no, that's not a Happy Meal toy.
No, it's not. And like, I don't
I
know
shouldn't
what
have to
the
do
shit-
homework for my toy.
I know. And like, I don't know what the hell freaking McDonald's has been thinking with their bullshit toys, but they're so lazy. Like I remember the freaking Teen Titans Go to the Movies one. Like it was, I shit you not, it was like a tiny little box about like maybe like a 2x2 square. You open it up and it unfolds like it's a piece of paper, and it unfolds to be this giant ass poster of Cyborg, or at least the one that Iris got was Cyborg. It was like a big ass freaking poster, and it was just Cyborg on this big ass freaking poster, dude. Nothing else but Cyborg, and then Teen Titans Go to the Movies at the bottom. I'm like, this is freaking lazy. Like, you couldn't even bother to print some of the other heroes, like some of the other Titans on here, like throw them in the background so you don't have so much goddamn empty space.
All that I could assume is they didn't know, because I think it's like gotten reinstated, but not as like big as it used to be. But I feel that they went downhill when they ended their contract with Disney, and so they weren't able to do like any big Happy Meal promotions with them anymore. But I think what they were thinking with Teen Titans Go to the Movies, okay, let's just take the character posters for all these guys, blow them up super big, and we'll just make like 6, or I mean, how many Teen Titans are there? I forget.
I want to say 5.
So they just made those into the 5 toys.
That's so dumb, dude.
Like I got nothing against character posters. Like character posters.
No, I don't
great.
either. But for a children's toy,
that's so lazy. That's so stupid.
yeah, you're like, I don't even think she got crayons in her box.
The shit. That's so
I'm like,
stupid.
dude, like, so I have to supply my own coloring material.
Yeah, apparently.
And it, like,
I mean, hey, she could always like draw with a ketchup or something like that.
she might as well. She is that messy. But yeah, I felt cheated for her. I'm like, you won't understand just how amazing McDonald's Happy Meal toys used to be, and how
were the
bummed out
shit.
I was when I grew out of them.
Yeah. Dude, it's like with kids these days, they'll never understand the hype that you got when you knew a big movie was coming out and you got to look forward to the video game that was tied to it.
Yeah, even though the game usually sucked.
Yeah. But freaking once THQ went out of business, once they closed down, that era just ended.
Oh man. Dude, you know what I want freaking remastered? Oh shit, what's it called? I need to get the name. Okay, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventures.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
That needs remastered immediately, if not sooner. Dude,
Yeah, I'd be
that
down for
game was the shit.
that. Yeah, that game was a freaking blast on PS2.
Oh, I had it on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it was so much fun, dude. It was so much freaking fun. I never got to play it on the PS2. Was it as freaking amazing?
Oh, dude, it was awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was the shit, dude. Oh man, who is your go-to?
Oh, it was Woody.
Woody? Mine was
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear.
Nice.
Do you like the Tarzan one? Because I really like the Tarzan one too.
Yeah, I remember having a fun time with that one.
Yeah, I hated the Lion King one though.
Yeah, that one wasn't great. You know what wasn't a great skateboarding game? The Simpsons skateboarding. The controls on that one sucked.
Yeah, I remember playing that at a buddy's house. It was rough, dude.
Right? Yeah.
Dude, what was also rough, like, I can imagine how smooth it must have felt to skate on a PS2. Trying to do any sort of skating on a freaking Game Boy Advance is
Oh,
so
dude.
hard.
Oh man. Oh god, dude. Yeah, I couldn't imagine like playing a Tony Hawk game on a freaking Game Boy.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's ridiculous, is what it is. It was it was rough. It was super rough. But yeah, they need to bring games like that back. I would
Yeah,
I would
do.
love just like little cheap ones too. Like just shoot us like a $15-$20 like mini game. Like it doesn't even have to be long. Like make it like a freaking like tiny DLC or something.
Yeah.
Like I paid $20 for like something that I could beat in an hour or two.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
obviously depending on like the movie though.
Yeah, fair. All right, one more question with the movie-based games. Did you play the first Transformers movie game?
Yes, that is one that I did get to play when my uncle gave my brother his PS2.
Yeah. Did you Autobots or Decepticons?
Decepticons all
Hell
day
yeah.
long.
Dude.
Dude, Starscream
Yeah.
for days.
Dude, freaking it was Blackout for me. I loved Blackout in that game. So bad. Barricade was also badass too. God, I love that game.
That game was
It's-
so good.
Dude, freaking the final battle in New York when you just freaking you're fighting the Autobots and just like freaking comparing the size of Ironhide compared to Blackout. It's insane how much Decepticons just towered over the Autobots.
Dude, I'm looking it up right now. Video games that are based off of movies. Because there were some like random ass ones, like the freaking CD, like the CD-ROMs.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
I remember the one for
Toy Story?
101 Dalmatians.
Oh yeah, I remember that one too.
Yeah, that's not separated by year. This one's just A through B. Yeah, they had like one for Batman. The B movie, that one was actually a pretty decent game.
That one was. I had a good time with B movie.
Let's see. Any others? Bolt. I don't remember Bolt being very good.
I never played that one. Oh, dude, TMNT. Please tell me you played that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that. Dude, freaking I faked being sick one day just so I could stay home and beat that last battle with the freaking statue.
Is that the one
siblings,
that you
but-
couldn't jump?
No, I think you could jump.
Could you?
Yeah, you could jump.
Okay.
But freaking that final battle, I just could not pass. So yeah, I faked being sick one day just so I could finally pass it, and I did. But I'm not gonna lie, my controller almost went through the TV multiple times.
Oh my gosh. Dude, the freaking Cat in the Hat.
Oh yeah, dude, I've watched like playthroughs of that recently. Because that actually was one of the games that came with my PS2 when I first got it. And like freaking, I don't think I can make it past the first level from what I'm remembering. I sucked at that game.
Shit.
Not a great game.
Dude, tieback. Did you know Coraline had one?
No, what?
Yeah, that Coraline, the video game. It was released on the PS2, the Wii, and the Nintendo DS.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to get that for the Wii. I want to play Coraline the video game.
Holy shit, dude. The Metacritic scores for the DS, it was 50 out of 100. For PS2, it was 39 out of 100. And for the Wii, it was 42 out of 100.
I'm not surprised. Like movie-based games never get good scores.
And then IGN said, like, they didn't even rank it for the DS. And then they scored it for the PS2 and Wii 2.5 out of 10.
Damn. Okay. Holy shit. Okay, now I definitely got to play this game.
Oh, man. That is hilarious. I'm trying to, like, what other... I'm trying to think of any other, like, big ones. Oh, Brother Bear on the Game Boy Advance was the bomb, dude.
I never got to play that.
It was hard.
Yeah?
It was really freaking hard. It was like, it was a freaking platformer, too. And, like, there weren't... It was crazy because it's like you have to, like, hop over obstacles and, like, all this crazy shit. But, like, the mechanics are so dumb. Because all you, like, looking back on it, it was freaking stupid. because you just run around and you collect these berries, and then when you come across, like, I don't even think they had enemies, like they just had spikes and stuff that you could hit, but you just went, poof, you just swiped. But the mechanic that was cool is the levels where you had Coda, you could switch between Coda and Kenai.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so it was cool because like you'd use you'd use Coda to like go down into like a area that was like tiny, like a tiny tunnel, and then you'd like make your way up to like a top, push something over for Kenai to jump on. It was sick. It was super sick. I remember it being cool, and then I attempted to play it like when I found my my DS.
Yeah.
We'd gotten rid of my Game Boy, but I had the DS, and the DS worked with some of those games. So yeah, when I was trying to play the DS or play it on the DS, it was trash. It was absolute garbage.
Shit.
But nostalgia like built it up so much in my brain. Like it's funny though. Anyway, getting back to Coraline.
Yeah. Coraline, amazing movie. I love this movie to death, and I'm so grateful I got to re-experience it in 3D. Fathom Events actually, so they did a re-release of it last year as well, but this time it wasn't in 3D. So it's cool to say that I can see it's cool that I can say I've seen this movie twice, and it's not re-entries, and it's bringing back to theaters. I saw both times. So, but getting to what this deserves, it gets a full price ticket from me because I can't say
it would.
Yeah, I can't say enough good about this movie. The fact that this is Leica's first and to me still their best is just mind blowing. Like, God, I love this movie. But moving on, another one that I watched, Tarot. This movie is a great example of the trailer was better than the actual movie. I don't know. I don't know if you saw the trailer, Caleb.
I do remember the trailer, and I remember it being fairly scary.
Okay, see? Yeah. Like I don't know, there's a lot in the trailer I remember. Like I love the saying the 12 cards in the circle, one more at the heart. With this final card, your reading will start. Love that shit. Them going through all the certain characters on the cards. Just the trailer is freaking awesome. I love the trailer. It's unfortunate the movie is just not on that level. It introduces like some interesting ideas. Like the cards are freaking awesome, and the designs for each one of the cards is great. The only problem is that that's probably the only cool stuff about this movie. Because I feel with what they set up with the readings of the cards at the beginning, they try to turn it into a take on Final Destination. Have you seen any of the Final Destination movies?
Not all the way through.
Okay. So, but you know the whole thing, like death doesn't like to be cheated and shit like that.
I get the premise.
Okay. So they kind of do that with these tarot cards when these friends get their readings, and so they're I mean, this isn't spoil. Okay, if you guys don't want it to be spoiled, and this isn't really spoiling anything,
just spoil it. No one's going to watch this movie with the recommendation you're giving it.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. So the one friend that reads the tarot cards to her friends, they're all like each one that the order that they're selected, that's the order that they're picked off. And so, it reminded me a lot of Final Destination, because that's how it goes, that in the premonition, the order that you were supposed to die, that's the order that death comes for you. But unlike Final Destination, where it actually sets up its rules well and follows the damn rules, this movie at the end just throws those rules out the goddamn window.
Oh man.
Because
dude, This is why we change. This is specifically why we change character development to logic. If you don't follow your own logic, you might as well not have a freaking movie.
Yeah, no, like yeah, because each one of the friends is supposed to be killed by their certain character from their card, and so Jacob Babylon's character, remember Ned from Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movies?
Yeah.
Okay, so his card that he gets is the Jester, and so in the scene where he's supposed to die, the freaking Jester is like he's fucking with him in the elevator that he's in, turning off all the lights, all this shit. And the final shot you see is I think it's the elevator doors open and there's the Jester's face. I'm like, okay, there we go. That's how he died. Great. No, at the ending, when we find out the couple survived, shocker. Whoa, that doesn't surprise me at all in a horror movie. Freaking a car, as they're walking away from the house that the final altercation happens, a car pulls up. It's Jacob's character, and you want to know how he was able to survive?
How?
His roommate opened the elevator, and I guess the Jester just got scared or some shit, and that's how he was able to avoid his death. So
go screw yourself. Are you shitting me?
So if someone interferes when the tarot character, whatever, is about to kill you, that you're good. That nothing happens to you.
Such bullshit.
Right? Yeah, oh, dude, it pissed me the hell off.
Oh my gosh. That is so annoying.
It's so stupid. So because, and this is the only reason why I'm going to be giving it a nothing better to do, is for the actual parts with the reading, because that was actually kind of cool. The character designs are really cool, and the way that the characters are actually killed by their certain people is actually quite interesting. Even though one person doesn't die, which was really, really stupid. But it's just everything else that sucks. It's not great. And honestly, it feels like a kind of like a Final Destination ripoff. And because of that, my final movie I watched this week, I watched arguably the best Final Destination movie. Wait, did I say it gets a nothing better to do?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, just making sure. So I decided after watching that, I'd watch the best Final Destination movie, in my opinion, Final Destination 5. And yeah, this movie is just as fun as oh my God, just as much fun as I remember the first time I watched it. These movies are very cut and dry. They're the same premise every single movie. One character has a premonition about a horrible event. Because of that, they're able to save a certain amount of people. But because death doesn't like to be cheated in the order they would have died, that's how death picks them off. And so nothing changes in this one. It's the same shit. But what I like that they add to this one is that if you kill someone if you kill someone, death, you get basically their lifeline, and death takes them instead. Okay. So whatever life they would have had, you get to live that life, and you're skipped over.
Okay.
And so yeah, they do a really good job setting that up, and they follow through with it to the very end. And what I love about this movie, it turns out it's a freaking prequel to the first one, which is freaking awesome. Love that. It actually comes full circle, and the ending is basically the opening for the first time Final Destination. Just yeah, the deaths are freaking amazing. This has this has the most gruesome death I feel in this franchise. Have you heard any of the deaths that happen in this movie?
No, I've heard of some. I haven't. I wouldn't be able to put the death to the movie.
I'm just gonna tell you the one that I still go ugh when it happens. It's a girl that's a gymnast. She's spinning on a bounce or bar, whatever. Like the chalk that they like rub on their hands.
Yeah.
So that thing gets spilled and it gets in her face, and because of that, she lets go, and literally her bottom half comes up as she lands, and so I don't know how to explain this. She like her bottom half like turns into like a scorpion's tail, and so
Oh,
yeah, it's
so she gets freaking folded.
yeah, there we go. That's a better way to put it. And like oh my god, like the VFX are so good. The practical effects are so great in that scene, because I truly believe that shit looked real. And just blah.
Does it hold up? Like
for the most part, yeah. Like you can tell, and completely understandable that I think in the first initial when it's her body snaps, definitely they had to do some CGI, completely understandable. But for the most part, that holds up so well. It's insane. Oh man. But yeah, just for how much fun this movie is, and honestly all of them are, stream it for Final Destination 5. And I hear that I think that either it's filming or it's wrap filming the next one, Final Destination Bloodlines, which I'm so excited for. I can't believe it's taken this long to get another Final Destination movie. But I'm here for it, and I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But so that's all I got for Weekly Watch.
Sweet. All right. Well, with that, let's say we get into this week's breakdown.
Do we have to?
Unfortunately, we've already promised.
Yeah, that's true. We already paid the money to watch this train wreck.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, really quickly, it was DJ that recommended us do this, right?
It sure was.
Yeah, DJ, you owe me $10. Just saying. Yeah. My Venmo is... I'm just kidding.
All right. All right, getting into this week's breakdown of Borderlands. I don't know why I said that so
he
weird.
Can't even say the name.
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like I've been doing that a lot lately, like mumbling my words.
You okay?
Yeah, like I don't know what the hell's going on.
You sure you don't?
But like I'll catch myself doing it, like where I'll talk, and then it's just like something like that where it's like Borderlands. Like I'll mumble it. Like that was like very over the top. But yeah, like I feel like I've been doing that a lot lately. Anyway, if you have not seen Borderlands, we're about to spoil this whole freaking movie.
So like 95% of the world.
Yeah.
According to that box office.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give it our own personal score at the very end. All of those numbers get magically added up and spit through our algorithm and give us a letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade. So like I said, spoilers ahead. We will be posting that spoiler warning now. If I had it prepared, I knew there was something I forgot to do. All right, we're posting that now. As we get prepared for our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose. So if you listen beyond this point and anything is spoiled for you, you'll be fine.
Yep, you're good. All right. On the planet of Pandora, Roland, a mercenary soldier apparently gone rogue. I love how they have to I love how they know it's not confirmed, so they have to say apparently. Is already off to a great start.
Yep.
Kidnaps teenager Tiny Tina with the help of Krieg, a psycho who was institutionalized in the same facility. Meanwhile, on another planet, bounty hunter Lilith is contacted by Atlas, a powerful corporate magnate. He convinces her to rescue Tina, his daughter. He convinces her to rescue Tina, his daughter. I thought that was a run-on sentence. My bad. Lilith returns to Pandora, her home planet, for the first time since she was a child. With the help of Claptrap, a robot that was mysteriously programmed to wait for her on Pandora, she locates Tina. After realizing that Atlas wants his daughter back against her will, Lilith teams up with Roland and Krieg when they are attacked by the Crimson Lance, the private army of Atlas. Lilith is informed that Tina was genetically engineered with biological material from the Iridians, the ancient race that once inhabited Pandora, and that Atlas believes only she can open the vault where the secrets of the lost civilization's advanced technology are kept. With the help of Lilith's estranged foster mother, Dr. Patricia Tanis, they locate the key to open the vault in an underground maze occupied by a tribe of psychos. They manage to take the key to the surface. Lilith destroys the device Atlas entrusted her with to signal when she had rescued Tina, and he immediately communicates with her via robotic drone, explaining that he still wants the girl. Tina overhears the end of the conversation and assumes Lilith has betrayed her. She throws a grenade at Lilith, leaving her unconscious. When Lilith recovers, Claptrap unknowingly plays a holographic message for her, recorded by her mother. The next day, okay, does it feel, I don't, maybe I missed something, but they just like skipped over the introduction of Lilith and Tiny Tina to each other.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Like Lilith like tracks Tiny Tina down into like where she's like staying, and then she like tries to blow Lilith up, and then turns out that Lilith's trying to save her from these soldiers and stuff. Like it gets real confusing real quick.
It does. All right. The next day, without Lilith and Claptrap, the team find the vault only to realize Atlas is waiting for them, and they fight off his men. However, Tina. If you're gonna call her Tiny Tina throughout, don't just call her Tina. Whatever. Tiny Tina is unable to open the However, Tiny Tina is unable to open the vault. Lilith appears and explains that she is the one who can do it, being an Iridian known as the Firehawk. Atlas threatens to kill Tina if Lilith does not open the vault. She obeys, but with Tina's help, traps Atlas inside, where a creature drags him away. The group celebrates their survival. Whoop-de-fucking.
Dude, that pretty much sums up my entire freaking feelings about this movie. Holy
Honestly,
shit.
same.
Dude, it's so rough.
Yeah, like
we were talking about this earlier. I've never played a Borderlands game in my life.
Same
but
here.
I know that the games are freaking hilarious. Just from like little clips and bits I've seen. And that might be the only thing that I do know. Like everything else is just more like assumption and whatnot. But they dropped the ball so ridiculously hard.
Like, speaking of Caleb bringing up that, the video games are actually funny, neither of us laughed once in this movie.
Not even a little bit.
Claptrap was annoying as hell.
Dude, it was
not
so bad.
One joke of his hit.
You got Jack Black. Dude, they finally found a role that I don't like Jack Black in.
Dude, same. This is the first time that I actually found Jack Black annoying. Yeah. And I was waiting for, because it's in the first trailer, that at the end, when, they do have this scene in it when he's like like freaking basically shitting what he went through in like a previous scene of like the debris and shit out of him. And in the trailer, he's like, "Oh, don't look at me. I can't go when you're looking at me. Oh wait, no, actually I can't. I really can't." I'm like, this is uncomfortable and really freaking stupid. And I'm grateful that they didn't put it in the movie. Like the scene still sucked, but I'm glad that audio was not in it.
Dude, it was so dumb. Like I've said, I've seen bits and pieces. I saw freaking clips before I went to the movie today, and they made me laugh. And I'm like, there's no way that they freaking completely missed the mark. And yeah, they freaking did. The writing is going to get freaking ripped a new asshole.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like story aside, I feel like, I mean, thank God that this is a short movie. It's only an hour and 40 minutes. But because of that, you are thrown into the story so goddamn fast. You barely get any time to understand these characters. Freaking when it's discovered that Lilith is the freaking, what is it, the Firehawk, saw that coming from a mile away.
Dude, right?
Like that usually I am not good at that shit.
I know.
Like,
if you caught it, you know it was freaking obvious.
Yeah. Oh man. But just and like some of these characters I feel like come in way too late. They don't barely get like anything to do. Like I would be very interested to see how Tannis is in the actual freaking games, because as much as I feel Jamie Lee Curtis tried her best, just I'm sure
they did her dirty.
They did, because Jamie.
Everyone in this freaking cast was done dirty.
Oh yeah, 100%. But there is like all of these characters. I'm just like, you have to be so much more interesting in the games, right? Because even Tiny Tina, a little girl that makes bombs out of stuffed animals, there were moments that I'm just like, I don't find her interesting. This is stupid. This is boring.
Dude, and she's not. Like, she is so boring in this. But the little clips and bits I've seen of her, because like she has like her whole spin-off game. What's it called? Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, where it's so it's Tiny Tina setting up like a D&D style game.
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
And so from what I understand about it, it's you're playing like inside that world like that she creates.
Yeah.
And so you can die and all this other stuff, and then you have to like restart and everything. And I hear the dialogue is freaking incredible. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, but man, like Borderlands, if there's one thing I know about it, is that it's supposed to be well written. And the story, like, do you understand how many freaking Borderlands video games there are and spin-offs? You're telling me that this is the best story you could come up with?
What kills me is the fact that not only did Eli Roth direct this movie, he also wrote the story. He also wrote the screenplay, and so he wrote the screenplay and he wrote the story.
Dude, he lost so much credibility in my eyes.
No, like I was telling Caleb, I don't know if for those that have watched Captain Midnight on YouTube, he summed it up perfectly, and I absolutely agree with him. Eli Roth is actually a pretty decent choice for a Borderlands movie, from what I know about the video games, because they're very violent, they're gory, they're a fun time with that kind of stuff. And so the man that has done Cabin Fever, the Hostel movies, that is actually a really good choice for that kind of material. But because the studio wanted to make it PG-13, the fact that Eli Roth wanted to be like James Gunn and make his version of Guardians of the Galaxy, just blew up in their faces. And there is throughout the movie, you can clearly tell when the reshoots are prominent, the rewrites, when freaking oh my god, who's the director of the first Deadpool movie?
Tim Miller.
Tim Miller, when he came in to take over for Eli Roth. Just it's so clear, and it sucks because I feel that we could have actually had. I mean, this is coming from a person that's never played any Borderlands games, but I respect Eli Roth. I mean, I've lost some respect for him. I respect Eli. I respect Eli Roth as a director and the type of chaos and what he brings to the table with his type of directing style. And I feel that you could have had something special if you would have just let him do what he's good at for Borderlands.
Dude.
But unfortunately,
this needed to be a rated R movie.
Oh, 100%.
This
Borderlands should never be.
to.
Yeah, every Borderlands game, as far as I know, is rated M for mature.
Yep.
So why would you dumb that down when it comes to a movie? It should be absolutely rated R, not PG-13.
Yeah.
Like what I don't know. No studio should be thinking, "Oh yeah, but what if parents want to bring their kids to a Borderlands movie?"
Don't.
Yeah. No parent that has seen anything from the Borderlands game is thinking, "Oh, well, you know what? Maybe I want to take my kid to the movie."
Yeah. Dude, are you actually shitting me? Like, even just comparing, like directly comparing this to another franchise that like I feel had been long overdue for some sort of cinema or televised rendition with Fallout. Fallout did not stray away from the freaking blood and gore at all. They even they embraced that shit. They embraced what Fallout was to its core. They did this story such a disservice not following what the video games are. Like, you think this is popular because it's fun for kids? Well, I mean,
I'm sure if I was
probably.
a kid, like if I was a kid when these movies first started, or not movies, when these video games started coming out, oh, I'm sure I would have been a freaking on the Borderlands train so fast.
Yeah, dude, and I was pumped to see this movie because of these like clips that I'd seen from the games.
Yeah,
because I'm like, this is funny shit. Like, if the movie's even half as funny as the clips that I've seen, like, that's nuts.
Like, I'll fully admit the first trailer I actually found like decent, except for that ending with Claptrap. That was so freaking stupid. But the trailer actually wasn't that bad, so it piqued my interest a little bit. But then, unfortunately, we got the movie.
Yeah, it's rough, dude. It is rough.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping straight into story. It was very rushed. It was, I don't think the hour 40-minute screen time did this story any service whatsoever. This needed to be a little bit longer to make it feel not so freaking quick. Because it's just like, it felt like the way that they built it up. Lilith is like the narrator, and she explains that so many people have been hunting down or trying to find this vault, and with like so many people have come to this planet to find the vault. So many people have died trying to find this vault and all of this other bullshit. And I'm like, when it comes down to it, like, it wasn't that far away from from civilization. Or it didn't seem like it was, like, according to the map. Like, it didn't seem like it was far from civilization. And I'm like, also seemed like you only really needed 2 items. And
it seemed like a very short quest.
Yeah. Like a ridiculously short quest. This freaking ripped off what and did worse what Onward did.
Yeah, no, like, seriously.
Like, they just kind of circled around.
Like, freaking in the trailer, when she's doing her voiceover, she's like, oh, and they say if you go hunting for it, make sure to bring it along anybody you can because it's on the worst planet in the world. And I'm just like, I think you would have been fine if it was just you.
Yeah.
Like, and like literally, you're not. Most of these people you didn't sought after. They just came along for the ride.
They kind of joined this team unnecessarily. It felt like they joined the team just because.
Yeah.
And it was bad. It like the team building was just horrid. Like,
Dude,
I
like,
understand
literally-
Lilith, but all these other people, like what's her name? Maxine, like the bartender chick.
Oh yeah.
Her being like, oh, I could have turned you in. Why didn't you?
Yeah. Dude, like freaking
Like, at least add some spice to this movie. Good Lord.
Like, honestly, I feel like Tannis didn't even need to go. Like,
I don't
literally
understand what the hell she was about.
Honestly, all the information that they needed, she could have just told them and just stayed at her computer.
Yep.
She didn't need to
Pretty
come.
much. Yeah, she didn't need to be there. And oh man, this is going to get into acting, but Kevin Hart could not play a freaking badass.
No, and
it's rough. It's a hard sell. It's a really hard sell.
And I know he actually likes branching off to like more serious roles. Like, he doesn't want everybody to just think he's good at comedy. And as much as I appreciate that, and I feel that he is trying here. I really do. And yeah, we'll get into acting with this, but like it just didn't work. Like it felt so weird, honestly.
It was, dude. It totally was. And then yeah, it was predictable as shit when Lilith became the Firehawk or whatever the hell they call it.
I think it is the Firehawk.
Yeah, it was so dumb. It was,
dude, I swear to
it was rough, dude. It's like, I don't understand why I need to care about any of this.
Yeah.
Like, what's for one, what was in the vault?
Yeah.
It was
like,
just
when
a bunch
we
of
actually
floating cubes.
Yeah, when we actually saw the vault, I'm like, what the hell is special about this place?
Yeah, like, this is what everyone's after.
Yeah.
Like, this is what's supposed to bring peace to all the land. Like, it's a bunch of floating cubes. Like, at least explain to us what the hell they are, or at least make it seem like a bigger deal. Like, I don't know. Like, give us like some Treasure Planet shit. Exactly. Like, you basically ripped off the portal from that. Like, freaking just rip off the rest of it.
Oh shit.
And then like the bad Atlas, his death was just so anticlimactic.
Oh my god, yeah.
It was not well put together at all.
No.
It was everywhere.
Yep.
I wish I could be nicer to this. This is a 68. This is so bad.
Dude, you're being that nice.
That nice?
Yeah, dude. I'm at a 65.
Oh man. Dude,
like,
it was interesting enough in like the most bland way. Like that's where I'm getting with the story. Like, I think the bones were there. Kinda. Like, it was kind of like if they were trying to assemble a house using like freaking Lego bricks as the foundation. Like, it's not super secure, but it's there.
All right, yeah, you know what? 66 actually. All right. Talk me up 1 point.
Moving on over to the writing, dude.
Oh.
Listen, I don't understand a lot about who these characters are supposed to be. Here's a lot of assumptions just based off of the little bits and clips that I have seen. This is kind of what I've pulled about these characters. I do not know. I hadn't seen anything about Lilith. The only ones that I'd seen anything about is Tiny Tina and Krieg.
Okay.
So from what I or from what I've kind of gathered about Krieg is that he is someone that can put together rational thoughts, but is completely incapable of expressing those thoughts. And
Okay.
so he was just yelling the most random shit, which I know he does in the games. Like
Yeah.
he yells random shit, but it's the fact that all you think he does is yell random shit.
I think what you're saying, they actually had good material to go off of in the video games. They just tried to like turn him into another version of Drax. That's what I felt like.
Yeah. Dude, do you know how much more funny he would have been if you could have heard his inner dialogue and then heard him just yell something completely just outlandish out? Like
I bet freaking hilarious.
yeah, like it could have been a bit that could have gotten old, but like every once in a while when they're talking about like the I don't know, like the explosives deal or whatever, like you could have heard like really like elegant inner dialogue, and then he's like, I'm gonna smash your face, like something like that, like, or whatever the hell that he yells. Like
Yeah.
you could have kept his dialogue exactly the same, just throw in a little like inner dialogue, and I think that would have like lightened his character up so much more than whatever the shit
Damn.
they did with this. And then Tiny Tina, I feel like she's supposed to be like completely unhinged. Like the way that I've equated her to, like, from what I've seen is like Louise from Bob's Burgers when she's freaking on a freaking rampage and just
Okay.
screaming at people. Like that's how I equate her character. Just unhinged, right?
I love how both wear bunny ears too.
Yeah. But it's like how she didn't feel that way. She didn't feel like she was unhinged. She felt like an annoying little brat.
Yeah.
And
Because
it
there were
like
moments when she was actually tame, and it was honestly weird for little I know about these games.
yeah, like we needed more unhinged, and I know that that's kind of a hard thing to do with a like translating like a video game character to a real life. But I feel like the way that they translated her is that she was just kind of like tossing things around and then skipping. Like the skipping was like supposed to equate to um being unhinged.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look, I have explosives that are stuffed animals. I love skipping. Oh, look, I have the biggest guns out of everybody.
Yeah, like none of her dialogue made her seem unhinged. It just felt like she was like trying to show off,
Yeah.
and it didn't come off well. Like I feel like they could have freaking gone off the walls with her.
And
Like
honestly, I think
there should have
Ariana,
been no room for her to have like quiet moments. Like it almost felt like she was like playing it up.
yeah. And like honestly, I feel Ariana Greenblatt could have done what needed to be done with that. I feel she
I
could
I will say I don't know if she was the right fit for Tiny Tina. At least the Tiny Tina,
really
I have in my mind.
okay.
I don't know
Fair enough.
I don't know who could have played her though.
Yeah.
Like I have no frame of reference for any other actress that could have played it. But there, like when oh shit, what's his name? Kevin Hart's character.
Oh shit.
I'm looking it up right now because it
Okay,
is that
cool.
freaking forgettable.
Yeah.
Roland.
That's
When Roland comes in and he's like talking about rescuing her, it looked like she was in danger.
yeah, it did.
Like it felt like she was in danger because she comes in and she kind of has a worried expression, and then she like goes into like little ditzy mode,
Yeah.
and like it's like she pauses and then jumps into that like, and I'm like, no, she should be like that all the time, 100% ditz,
Yeah.
but like in a threatening way, like like I don't know, like I would have had her play that role so much different. Like it
Same
would have
here.
been more like I'm trying to think of what like just to really like set the character up. and like I said, I don't know the character enough. So any Borderlands fans that knows better, like, please feel free to ignore what I'm about to like pitch. But I would have personally had her, and this would have only worked in a rated R movie too, I feel. I would have had like a bigger sequence of Roland like trying to break her out, where he's like putting on the like see like a super intense like action sequence where he's like being super stealthy, putting like on this helmet and stuff to like disguise himself, gets into like these cells, like runs into Krieg, who's like losing his shit, like bashing his head up against like the walls or some shit. Like, so you see Krieg and see how he's like freaking nuts, right?
Yeah.
And then I would have gotten to Tina's cell, and then he comes in and like sneaks in, closes the door, and he's like, "Hey, like I'm here to get you out," and then have her freaking scream at him like because she's having like a little tea party and like or something, like had her just like go ballistic on him, and then he's like have him kind of been taken aback, and he's like, "What the shit?" And then all the other guards come in, and he's like, "Oh, fuck," and then like starts beating everyone else up. Like just something along those lines where it's just you see how unhinged she is. And then while he's like, "We need to go," then he like goes to grab her, and she's like freaking out because her like they're leaving the people behind, and then or like her little like stuffed animals or shit behind, and just like I don't know, like it should have been like related to like I would have acted like one of those her stuffed animals was like going through something, and don't you see she's devastated or like some shit like that, and then like yell at her like the stuffed animal while she's like being yanked out of the room, like, "You'll get over him, you don't need no man," and then like and then the door shut, like shit like that. Like it should have been just like, what the hell is wrong with this chick?
I
Like,
would have loved that. That would have
yeah.
been amazing.
And then like the same thing when like Krieg got out, like Tina should have been like immediately just all up in his business, being like, "You listen to me now." Like that kind of bullshit. Like I would have had him like fight Roland a little bit, and then have like Tina come and like jump on him like freaking like a spider monkey, just like, "You listen to me now," and like shit like I said, unhinged.
Yeah.
That's unhinged to me. Like you need to freak the audience out.
Exactly.
Not whatever the bullshit you did. And then like the whole interaction with her, like she should have been like a ninja. Like just as like borderline teleporter. Like that's how I would have like played her character off, just to add that level of unhinged.
Yeah.
So like have her like do like a face-to-face thing with Lilith. And then instead of her, like you see her kind of like climb up to the top, like I don't even know. I don't know how. I think it would have been funny to see her like play that role the same way that like when Lilith came in and was just like, "Here, I'm going to take you to your dad," and then have her be like, "Oh my gosh, like thank you for rescuing me," and then like packing all of her shit, and then like, "Oh, I'm going to go grab one thing," and then she like throws a shit ton of like explosive rabbits in the bus, and then like Lilith's like, "Oh shit," runs out, blows up, gets knocked on the floor, coughing, turns around, and then she's like already on top of this damn structure and like aiming the big gun, and she's like, "Just stand still." And then like,
Okay, yeah.
like it should have been like you shouldn't have been able to like keep track of her
Yeah.
like that. That's how I would have played her off. Like it just like I said, completely unhinged. And here it was just annoying little girl.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
And then I don't know how Lilith is supposed to be. So I said, I have no frame of reference for anyone else, like Roland, Tannis, or I guess Claptrap. But I feel like Claptrap's super funny in the games.
I think, and this kind of goes with acting. I feel the problem that I've seen with Lilith and Tanis is the fact that it's supposed to be because Kate Blanchett is, I think, like 5 to 10 years older than what Lilith is in like the games. She's a lot younger than how old Kate Blanchett is, and so Tanis is supposed to be, her adopted guardian, the friend of her mom's that took
Dude,
took.
I thought they were sisters.
No, dude, yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. Kate Blanchett and Jamie Lee Curtis are way too close in age for me to even think that Lilith has been raised or was raised by Tanis as a child. Like, no, like
Yeah,
Tanis is like
oof.
like Tanis is like the grandma to Lilith. I'm like, bullshit. No.
Oh my
Look, Jamie Lee
God.
Curtis may have gray hair, but no, I ain't buying this shit.
Dude, so from what I understand, isn't Tanis just a friend of Lilith's mother? And so it was like a foster mom situation.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that doesn't work. They're like
No.
the same age.
Yeah.
Like, I actually want to see like how close in age they are. All right, Jamie Lee Curtis is 65. Kate Blanchett is 55. So 10-year difference.
Okay.
That still doesn't work.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Oh man, dude. Ugh. The dialogue was so bad here. It was the most cookie cutter cliche bullshit too.
Especially freaking like when Lilith discovers that she's the Firehawk. Literally everything that came out of her mouth was like something that like you expect like freaking Luke Skywalker to say in the original Star Wars.
This
like
is freaking AI written.
Oh, dude, 100%. Like freaking all that the speeches that she's giving to every single one of them when they succeed, and when she says like, oh, I'll let you into the vault if you let my friends go. I'm like, bitch, they ain't your friends. Like, you guys have not connected enough to consider each other friends. Like, no. Now, for thinking Guardians of the Galaxy, okay, yeah, no, completely understand for how those characters are set up and how the story progresses, what they go through. By the end of that movie, when they all join hands to defeat Ronan, yeah, I can totally understand that them actually having a connection, actually becoming friends, makes complete sense. I can totally buy it. Couldn't buy shit with these characters here. Ain't no way that they are friends.
Joke, dude. Freaking Commander Knox, the one that was coming after Tina, her lines were so dumb. Like when Tina comes and she's like, I'm here to bring you in. Oh yeah, you in what army? This army?
Yeah, that was
I'm like,
stupid.
dude, shut up. No, you did not. And then they play it up, dude. Like, this is where you subvert our expectations. Like, you can have the cookie cutter bullshit, just play it off different.
Yeah.
Like, personally, I don't like the cookie cutter shit. Like, I would have just kind of like set that aside. How I would have set it up is like you could have had the, oh yeah, you in what army? Or like, you mean this army? And then like turn around and there's like one dude who comes over the thing, and it's just like it's just the one dude for a while, and then he like kind of like looks around and he's just like, am I early?
Okay, yeah, that would have been funny.
Yeah, and then it's just like, and then I don't know, you could have had like Knox like yelling at him and be like, where's everyone else? And he's like, I see him back there.
We all agreed on 2:30. What the hell?
It's like, apparently I'm the only one that was on time to this. Or like, I don't know. You could have played that up. Like, just have one dude and then have her be like, what the shit? And then have him like come from somewhere else and like, sorry, we got turned around. I don't know. Like,
no, I absolutely agree.
like I'm coming up with a lot of shit on the spot, so obviously it could be better written. But it's sad that I thought that that's maybe what they were going to do. I was like, okay, how are they going to like? I hated that because it's like I knew what Borderlands was supposed to be, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like I was waiting for them to subvert my expectations and get a good, genuine laugh out of me, and they never were able to because they freaking did bullshit like this.
Yeah. Speaking of, bad writing, like we talked about, us neither of us laughing throughout the movie. Every single line that is written for Claptrap is just annoying as all hell. And it's not Jack Black's fault. His voice is fine. It's all the dialogue that comes out is bad.
Yeah, dude, there's only one thing that Claptraps did that I almost chuckled at.
What was that?
It was when Lilith was just like, "Can you do the scanning without saying you're scanning?" And he's like, "Yes, scanning," and like kept saying it. I was like, all right. Like it's just like that was like the only joke that got me, or that I wouldn't even say it got me. It was just kind of gotta okay,
not even a chuckle. It was
yeah, just kind of like it was more a caught off guard cough.
Yeah. Oh man,
like that is literally the only thing that I even like you said, I have a hard time calling it a chuckle. I'll give it to it because there were so few of them. That's the only thing that got a chuckle out of me is when he said like, "Oh, can you be quiet?" Yes, I can. Scanning. Or without, or what was it? Without the song? Or,
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like it's bad, dude.
Like
it's so bad.
Just maybe it's just because I don't know these characters, but one scene when they're like in the big battle and Tannis grabs a gun from what's Kevin Hart's character's name again? Roland grabs it from like his, I think like he had a gun on his side, on the side of one of his legs, and he's just like, "What are you doing?" "I needed a gun." "Well, then you asked for it, Tannis." I'm like, I don't do like if you're in a situation, who gives a shit where she gets one? Like you should be. The fact that you guys actually knew each other before you all got together, I feel that there should be no. And I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be a joke. I didn't laugh. But just who you think that he'd be like, yeah, if you need a gun, just take whatever the hell you need. I don't. That line was just so stupid to me.
It was, dude. There was no bit of dialogue in this that was memorable.
No, there really wasn't.
Everything, like anything that you can imagine was in this, like thinking the most cookie cutter bullshit, it was probably in here.
Yeah. No,
like you're not gonna hurt my friends. You're not gonna like shut up.
She's not the Firehawk. I am.
Yeah. Dude, it was so dumb. I'm trying to see if they even have like a quotes thing. Okay, here's some. This is between Lilith and Atlas. "I have something you'll never have." Atlas: "What's that?" Lilith: "Enough."
Okay. Yeah,
shut up.
Good Lord, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's some more gems in there.
Let's see. Yeah, all of these are freaking like one-liners.
Good Lord.
Like, I shit you not. It's like, Lilith: "We're gonna need some wheels." Tiny Tina: "Ooh, mine's bigger." Claptrap: "I blacked out. Did something important happen?"
Oh yeah, that was dude, freaking the one again going back to that fight when he tosses the guys in the hole and he's just like, "Step aside, bitches," or some shit like that. I'm like, I didn't even laugh in the trailer when he said that.
Nope. Same here, dude. I'm trying to see if there's any. Yeah, freaking Krieg was yelling the bottom of the barrel shit. He was like,
Krieg,
"It's time to bleed."
Krieg reminded me a lot of Bane in Batman and Robin. And that's not a good sign.
Yeah, let's see. Nobody cuts me but me.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
Like, this is where I feel like, because he yells like the worst shit. Like, this would have been funny to have inner dialogue.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Like very elegant like dialogue, and then it comes out that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, and then I'd like to know how the hell Roland survived getting attacked by all those damn.
Oh, dude, yeah, like seriously.
That was such bullshit. And
yeah,
his,
dude, freaking,
his
we
line
see him
coming out
get
of that,
tackled down.
Yeah, you see him get tackled, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's over.
Yeah.
And there was like a ton of people. It wasn't just like one or two people that were tackling him. It was like a group.
Yeah.
And then he like gets up and like, what's his line? Worst orgy ever. I'm like,
So dumb.
like, are you actually kidding me?
Like freaking, I wish that they actually would have killed him, because at least that would have added some stakes to this goddamn movie.
A little bit, yeah. Dude, here's what I thought was going to happen too. Like that it was going to like save him. Like, this is how something I felt would have been funny to do with like that whole sequence. Have him like do the whole sacrificing himself thing, and then Tina gives him the rabbit, and he takes the rabbit, throws it in the hallway. It blows up, but it blows a hole in the damn grates that will drop everyone into the freaking acid. And then like all the people freaking die. And then he's like kind of sits and takes a breath. And then he's like, oh shit. And then he like walks over to the elevator and realizes like that he has to like climb up. And then he's like, then you see him like, well, and then start like hiking his way up. Like I think that would have been funny.
That actually would have gotten a laugh out of me.
Yeah. Like, you just see them like still like, I would have even had it so he still sees them like blasting off. And then like when the whole teleporter thing happens, he's just like, okay, cool. And then he starts like climbing, and then you see the teleporter, and then they disappear, and he's like, God damn it.
Yeah, dude, I would have laughed at that.
Yeah, like this had this is one that I'm at 65. I have no shame giving it that feels high to me too. It's just cookie cutter bullshit with no real substance. You don't subvert our expectations in this supposed action comedy. And based off of what I know from the games, you let us down so hard.
Yeah.
This needed to be rated R. 1,000,000%.
100%. Like I said earlier, let Eli Roth cook. Let him have an R-rated version of Borderlands, and you could have actually probably had something special here.
Yep.
But no, we had to make it family friendly. We had to be the next Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, how did that turn out for you guys?
Like shit. You know what like would redeem this movie? If they reshot it, same cast and everything, because all of these people have the potential to make this movie great.
Yeah, the cast is not the problem. The cast is actually
the entire freaking movie. The entire freaking movie. Keep the costumes. Reshoot the entire goddamn movie, and just have them have them basically watch this movie about themselves and be like, that was garbage. Like, make fun of the movie. Like, that is the only thing that would redeem this movie.
Yeah, that would actually be really fun to watch, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like, give us a sequel that's actually good, but have it start off with that cast watching the movie and being like, that was, and have it rated R, have it that be like, that was effing awful.
Yeah.
And then go from there. It's just like, great, we've acknowledged it, moving on. Oh, man. Dude, why didn't they just hire the people that did Fallout?
Dude, yeah, like for real.
This is what happens when you hire people or get studios get involved in shit they have no business getting involved in.
Exactly.
This is how it should work. You don't get to tell, like, if I'm a director, and I know that this isn't how it works, but if I'm a director, you don't tell, and you want me to direct a movie based off of a property that I am a fan of or that I am familiar with enough to be comfortable making this movie. You don't get to tell me a goddamn thing.
You hired
You're,
me for a reason.
yeah, it's like you are either investing in this movie or you are not. Otherwise, get the out of my office.
Exactly.
Like, if you believe in me enough to make this movie happen, you don't get to say a word about it.
Yeah.
It's like, I will come and get you when there are bills to be paid. Otherwise, you stay the ever-living hell away from my office and my sets and my studio. Like,
Oh, shit.
yeah. Like, shoe fly, don't bother me. Like, unless you are a fan of this material and you have some input, like, hey, I would like to see this because this is in the video game. Fantastic, bro. Like, unless you are a fan of the material, you should not have a say in adaptations whatsoever.
Exactly.
Like, I've felt like this a while. Like, even with Marvel movies, you need to hire a team of people that know the source material and are fans of it.
Yep.
You need to get the same from the director, someone who's a fan of the source material. But then you need to throw in one person to basically make it easy to consume for general audiences. Like, get one or two people that are like, that don't know the source material and be like, hey, explain this better, explain this, or elaborate on that. Like, whatever the case may be, make it easier to consume for general audience. Like, that's their whole job. They just take that and shrink it down. And if it's missing the essence, then you throw the essence back in, like, the best way that you can, or explain it better.
Yeah.
Like, that's how the freaking writing rooms should be structured. Anything short of that is freaking asinine.
Agreed.
All right. Did you say what you're giving writing?
Oh, same. 65.
All right, cool. Moving on over to acting. We have Kate Blanchett, who plays Lilith. We got Kevin Hart, who plays Roland. We have Ariana Greenblatt, who plays Tiny Tina. Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays Tanis. Jack Black, who does the voice for Claptrap. And then Florian Montagneux.
I think that's how you say it.
Who plays Krieg. And then Edgar Ramirez, who plays Atlas. I'm going to say it. I feel he's the worst of the movie.
Oh, yeah. Such a bland-ass villain.
He is. So freaking bland. And we don't even know what the hell he's after.
Yeah. And we'll never know since he's stuck in shit. What's it called?
The Vault.
The Vault. That's what it's called.
Dude,
so original.
Yeah, we don't even know what is in the vault. Like, that is the craziest bullshit.
Dude, the inside of the vault looked like a dream, or like a dream, or the mind of a freaking an Avatar character. Like, it looked like something out of Pandora or some shit like that.
This was straight up the portal to Treasure Planet.
Yeah?
Treasure Planet was just a basic triangle. This had a little shape to it. That's the only difference.
But Treasure Planet ran so this movie could crawl.
Crawl. This leg got its legs beaten within an inch of its life.
Yeah.
And then ran over just for good measure. And then when they started to crawl, their hands were beaten with bats.
Have you ever seen the SpongeBob episode of Sea Bear Attack.
Yep.
Okay. He said that.
Dude,
Yeah.
bingo.
Just that-
Bingo.
I forgot to tell you they hate limping more than running. What did I do that time? I don't know. I guess he just doesn't like you.
Oh man. All right, what's your top 3 look like?
That's hard.
This is funny because we can this is one that my top 3 is just based off of who I like as an actor. This has
You-
nothing to do with their performance.
I mean, honestly, same. So yeah, in that regard, number 1, I'm gonna give to Kate Blanchett.
Same here.
Because um like I remember seeing somewhere that like the reason why she took this role is because she was tired of being stuck in her house during COVID, and like
Fair.
so she wanted to get out and like I guess try something different, and Borderlands came across her desk, and so she's just like, why not? Let's try something different.
I'll
But,
give
like,
you a million reasons why not. Kate.
yeah.
If you want a movie that bad, we will write one specifically for you. Please stay away from these types of movies.
Can someone just bring Hella back from the dead? Because I'd much rather see her come back as Hella than have her be in this abomination.
I know. Dude, I respect so many of these actors.
Dude, same
Like,
here.
This just puts a big old freaking red mark on their IMDb.
Yeah, seriously. Number 2, gonna give to Jamie Lee Curtis. I will always love Jamie Lee Curtis. She's the original Scream Queen, Laurie Strode. Love her absolutely to death. Like Caleb said, she was wasted here. But what she's given, I think she does a decent job. All of her like gibbering and like, like kind of not being all not informed, but like you can definitely tell like she was off in some other world in some scenes, which I kind of enjoyed.
I didn't, dude. I kept questioning what the hell her character was doing, like with the group. I was like, it feels like you're the man in the chair. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, no, that's fair. Maybe since it's Jamie, I was turning a blind eye to that.
I mean, fair enough, dude.
The number 3, just because I mean the only role I can compare, because I've only ever seen her in one other role. So number 3, I'm going to give to Ariana Greenblatt. I've only ever seen her in Barbie. She was good there. And I know we were talking about how, she's literally just an annoying little shit here, but I feel for like what she was given, she tries her best to make it work, and I got to give her like props for that. And there are moments that I did have a good time watching her on screen. But that's really all I can say. So yeah, she's number 3.
I'm flip-flopping 2 and 3.
Okay.
I really like her, and I feel like she has the potential. She had the potential to play this character really well.
Yeah.
But I do feel like she plays. This is tough. This would have been if the movie that I have in my head would have been made, and obviously like with this cast, I would have thrown her so far outside her comfort zone. It would have been crazy. Like she would have, you would have left the movie theater being like, she might be insane. Like that is how hard. Like because her other roles, she plays like a little badass. Like in Barbie, she plays like kind of the hard ass that eventually gets turned over to like not be so ornery.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff I've seen her in, like she played young Ahsoka. She was young Gamora. Like she plays
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she plays like tough characters. Like that's the big thing. She plays like these strong, tough characters. Here, she needed to like unleash her crazy
Yeah.
in a way that no one has ever done before. Tiny Tina is not some like she was playing it so ridiculously mild. I'm like, you need to go ham on the freaking camera, on everyone. Like you need to scare us.
Like, give me your best interpretation of a young Harley Quinn, or would you say something different?
You know what? That might actually be a really good comparison.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have a feeling that Tiny Tina's a bit crazier than Harley Quinn though.
Fair.
But yeah, like Harley Quinn, like that's how I would have had her play it up. That is exactly how I would have had her play it up.
All right.
Like you just need to go freaking crazy. Like we need to believe that you are out of your mind. And then yeah, same deal like with everyone else. But yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, love her. No real complaints other than sorry you were in this movie. Sorry for everyone that was in this movie.
Yeah, but I mean, even most of these people, for how much of a career that they've set up for themselves, they'll be fine with this box office bomb.
I
They'll
hope
recover.
she is. I hope Ariana is.
I hope so as well, because she deserves a second shot, because she is a very, very good actress.
Yeah, absolutely. Acting, no one gave their best job here. I'm sitting at like a 72. It was like their most average, bland performances ever.
I think I'm just gonna be a little higher at a 75, because I feel like it definitely does feel phoned in, but there were some parts that I feel that they were at least trying a little bit. Even though, yeah, it clearly was just for a paycheck, like 100%. But there were some bits sprinkled throughout that I feel that there was an effort, and I feel a good example, even though the dialogue sucked, I do feel that Jack Black was trying as Claptrap. Like the voice that he was doing, I feel he was trying.
Maybe if his dialogue wasn't written so shitty.
Yeah, because like usually it's very rare you don't see Jack Black give 100% to a role, and like it seemed like he was having a really fun time voicing him.
Yeah, but they kept recycling jokes.
Yeah, no, yeah,
like
that's
the freaking the joke about Lilith being dead got so old so quick.
Oh yeah,
like that would have been funny as a one-time joke.
Yeah,
maybe if you would have done it in the proper context. But and then like him talking about how mean she is. Like, okay, we get it. You think she's mean. Like, can you calm down? Like that's how I felt about him. Like I was annoyed with him.
yeah.
And I'm like, no, you want him to be endearing. And he wasn't.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Like I'm gonna do like a freaking Borderlands deep dive.
Dude, I hate like you you keep making me think. I'm like, yeah, you know what? That was too high. All right, 74. You son of a bitch.
All right, moving on over to character development.
There was none. Moving on. I'm just
Dude, there was some. I mean, with Lilith at least.
Yeah, but
she comes to this realization that's kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, you are the daughter of Atlas. You're the what was it, Firehawk, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the Firehawk. You're the only one that can open the vault. You're the only one that can save Pandora. I was like, this is so freaking stupid.
Yeah, freaking cookie cutter bullshit. And unfortunately, that led to a freaking cookie cutter character development, but less so because it wasn't written well.
Yeah.
Like she comes to this realization and she grows. She's like a bounty hunter, like a merciless bounty hunter that they established this. like really well at the beginning that she is a merciless bounty hunter who suddenly like becomes friends with people that she was essentially hunting down.
Yeah.
Like it makes zero sense. Like there were so many decisions here that were just so out of character for her.
Yeah.
And it didn't track whatsoever.
Not at all.
And they
Like,
built her up as such a like a freaking heartless badass.
And like I'm sure, you know, her if it was this storyline in the video game and for how like actually developed Lilith is as a character, I'm sure would have actually worked. But for how little time at an hour and 40 minutes, you have to set up Lilith as this rogue badass that, you know, just doesn't care about anyone but herself, and then does a freaking 180 at the end that, oh, you know, like I actually care about these people. You know, I'm the daughter of Atlas, you know, these people are special to me. It's just so stupid.
It was ridiculously dumb. This is one I'm probably going to put on the same level as Story. It was like 68, and that's being very generous.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that generous. I'm going to be at a 6. So I don't think that you can bump me up on this one. I'm at a 65 for character development.
Have at it, dude. All right, next up we got effects. And if there's anything that you thought could save this movie, it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, some of the sets are kind of cool. Like,
dude, how rubbery did everyone look anytime there was like a crazy action sequence though?
Oh dude, so bad.
It was so bad. It was like distractingly bad.
Like,
and
like even,
dude, the freaking choreography for the gunfights was ridiculous.
God. Oh jeez,
It
so
did.
Bad.
It was again distracting. Are you kidding me? The way that she's like, I'm like, can you just freaking? That's not how you would shoot if you're getting freaking mauled by a bunch of people. You're not boom, 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 and then flipping around, boom. Like you're not doing any of that crazy shit.
Yeah, freaking the two guns that she had, like, I got confused.
They didn't make sense.
Yeah. Like one was like a clear shooter, but then the other one was able to do like some special shit that I'm just like, wait, but it just looks like a regular gun. I'm so confused.
That I'm able to somewhat forgive because I feel like it's Borderlands. Borderland guns are weird.
Okay.
But the way that she was like almost dancing with them in a way that didn't make sense when she like Roland was freaking on it, just boom, like down the hatch, like just spray and pray.
Yeah.
Like exactly how he should have been with a freaking like machine gun. Her just go like doing the freaking dances and just kind of shooting wherever the hell the wind took her.
The one especially like when she like runs over to like this freaking I don't know what's it called, like this object that's in the way, to the point to where like she can like lay down on it and slide over and shoot sideways. It's so stupid. And I'm just like, in the trailer, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's clearly a trailer shot. They're not going to put that. No, okay, they put it in the goddamn movie. Okay.
It was a lot in a not good way.
No, not at all.
Yeah, the choreography, the fight choreography was wretched.
Yeah.
The special effects were no bueno. Honestly.
No, freaking every single time Tina threw one of her stuffed animals and it exploded, that did not look good.
Nope. Man, I'm trying to think of anything redeeming about the effects. This is one I'm probably at like a 73 because it wasn't like god awful, but it was close.
I'm gonna be at a 70, or no, okay, I'll be at a 71 And the only reason for that is because I feel that well, yeah, he had to be. The CGI on Claptrap didn't look that bad. Like, he actually looked pretty good.
It did. It looked really good. The only part that like weirded me out about him is when he like shifted into like shed his skin or whatever.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was funky. I was like, hold up, like what the hell just happened?
What the hell am I watching?
Yeah. All right, next up we got music.
Nothing special here.
Nothing. Like absolutely nothing.
Like,
I'm at a 5.
Oh yeah, dude, I can match you there.
It was music. Nothing stood out though.
Like, they didn't like add any like big songs to this, did they? Because like from the trailer, like I thought in the by the trailer that it was going to be like try to rip off Guardians of the Galaxy especially for the song that they were using, but they didn't. I'm like, the hell?
Yeah, I don't feel like they needed to rip off like Guardians. Like I didn't think this whole soundtrack needed to be filled. Like I was expecting a 6, maybe a 7. Like in terms of like the soundtrack, but we got nothing.
Nope.
It's just like really basic scores and nothing memorable whatsoever.
Yeah.
Finally, to the only shining point of this movie, the costumes were sick.
Yeah, the costumes were freaking awesome.
Oh my gosh, dude. Freaking Krieg's mask was freaking dope.
Yeah, dude, that looked bitchin'. I love Tiny Tina's outfit. She looked great. Like even freaking oh my god, Kevin Hart's character's name. Roland. You know, like it's a bare bones military kind of guy outfit, but it worked. Like I'm assuming I hope it's as close to the video games as you can get. I mean, I don't know how you can F that up.
Let's find out. Oh yeah, I mean, they were pretty freaking spot on.
All right, I gotta know how they did with Tannis. I'm gonna look her up. Okay, yeah, Tannis was actually spot on, pretty spot on too.
Yeah, yeah, they freaking aged her up something awful.
Yeah,
dude, this was not a Jamie Lee Curtis role.
No, it was not.
Honestly, the way she is designed, I'm kind of getting like short hair Katy Perry.
Yeah, this is like not me knocking on Jamie Lee Curtis, like, because she's a beautiful woman, and I like truly, but maybe I am not used to seeing that much cleavage from Jamie Lee Curtis. That like took me back.
Dude, good lord. Right?
Love her. Love Jamie Lee Curtis. She's great. She's beautiful. But that took me a minute. I'm like, oh, okay. Not used to seeing that much from Laurie Strode.
Hello, Miss Curtis. Holy shit, dude. I thought I was the only one because I was like, dude, I found it hard to keep eye contact.
Same here.
I was like, goodness gracious, woman. Like, is that real?
When she put her coat on, I'm like, okay, like, I'm back to what I'm used to seeing from Jamie Lee Curtis. But then she took it off.
You just shuffle in your seat a little bit and oh my gosh, dude. No freaking joke. I was like, okay.
Oh man.
Oh damn. But yeah, doing like that direct comparison, probably not the right role for her.
Yeah. But she did fine with what she was given, I feel.
Yeah, Krieg was on point.
Well, how was Lilith?
You know what? Pretty spot on.
I think it's weird seeing freaking Kate Blanchett with orange hair. I'm not gonna lie. That
Yeah, a little
definitely
bit.
took me a minute.
Dude, I think they made a mistake. Kate Blanchett's amazing.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if
phenomenal
this was
actress.
the right fit for her.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel yeah. I really don't have anything else to say about that. Like I told you, she I mean, I don't know how much she even had to audition for this movie. They might have just offered it to her when she showed interest. But I think it's hilarious that she's just like, yeah, you know what? I was getting sick and tired of sitting at home during COVID, so it was like the first script that came onto my desk, and I'm just like, yeah, let's do that. Let's do Borderlands.
Let's not do Borderlands.
Yeah.
And I feel like she would have been a fit in like other roles. I don't think that this was the role for her.
Yeah.
I couldn't even like pick someone out for like a Lilith fan cast.
Yeah, no, same here. Like, yeah,
Let's see if there's
I
any
would have
like,
played the video games, then maybe.
let's see if there's like anyone that like is like a fan favorite. Okay, Elizabeth Olsen is a big one.
Okay, that's okay. I can get behind that.
Yeah, Karen Gillan.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I think I actually like Karen Gillan more for that role.
Yeah, dude, and like there's some like really decent fan castings. Like
dude,
so,
Karen
oh,
Gillan
the
would have
dude who
killed it.
I know, like the dude who played Luke Cage, or freaking Aldous Hodge as Roland.
Dude, Aldous Hodge is rolling. Oh my god, that would have been great.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any other like big names. Let's see, like a Tiny Tina. Like if there's any.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, we were just talking about her. The chick that plays. Oh, you didn't watch Family Switch. Emma Myers.
Has she been in anything else?
Nothing that I believe you would have seen. But she kind of has that like cheery, peppy vibe about her. Like I think she could have played that role really well.
Okay.
Like I think she would have killed that role actually. But anyway, costumes getting out of the way, 10 out of 10. Like they were so good.
I can absolutely give you a 10.
Yeah. That, like I said, peak of the movie. Peak. Like
Yeah,
all the
100%.
masks of the psychos were sick, dude.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All right. Last up, we got our own personal scores. So, Rose, you want to take this one first?
Yeah. So this, like, going into this movie, I knew it was going to be bad. I really didn't expect to enjoy it. And that's exactly what happened. I feel that the cast for them, at least in some parts of the movie, is trying. Like, clearly it's for a paycheck, but I feel that there is still some effort put into some scenes, but it's just everything else around them that sucks. The story I feel it feels bare bones for Borderlands, and I haven't even played a goddamn game in this video game franchise. It's just clear that so much studio meddling was put into this movie, and I feel that it affected it. It really did. The reshoots are clear as day when you watch the movie. And I feel if they would have let Eli Roth do what he does best, we could have actually gotten a good adaptation of this video game. And it's unfortunate to think of what could have been. But for what we got, damn, this is hard. I think I'm gonna be at a 64.
I am not much better. I'm at a 67. I feel like it's hard, like with especially if you have a hard time grasping the people that are familiar with the material, you're going to have a even harder time capturing the people that aren't. And this is one of those situations that unlike the Fallout series, I left this wanting to play the games only because I wanted to get the taste of this movie out of my mouth. Like, that is the only reason. Like, this gave me no desire whatsoever to go out and play the video game. Like, this made me feel like, oh, maybe like this actually may have put the games further on the back burner than they were. Like, further down my list. Like, it's rough, but it's like I know that the series is popular.
Yeah.
It's just they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball so hard, and like you said, studio meddling. If the studios could get out of their own way, like I feel like there's better franchises for like meant for kids.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a Minecraft movie in the works. That's perfect for kids.
Exactly.
Borderlands is not for kids. It's not for families.
Yeah, dude. I cannot wait to take my kid to a Minecraft movie.
See?
Like, even though I know it's probably going to be the freaking dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, I'm pumped. I am so pumped.
I feel that will be when they decide to make a Fortnite movie. That will be the dumbest shit.
Oh my gosh. I hope not. But
we'll see how successful Minecraft is.
Yeah. That will be the deciding factor. But I set my expectations low for this movie. Like, going in, I was like, I have a feeling this is not going to be good because of everything that I've heard. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt, but goddamn mosquito, bitch. Yeah, I'm at a 67. It was not good. With how low I set my expectations, it failed to meet even those. Like, it's freaking rough.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, going through the scores real quick because that wraps up this breakdown. Starting off with story, we ended up sitting at a 67. Writing is sitting at a 65. The acting, one of the higher points of this movie, sitting at a 73. The character development was basically non-existent. This is sitting at a 66.5. The effects were no bueno, sitting at a 72. The music was as average can get, sitting at a 5 out of 10. The costumes were the absolute highlight of this movie, sitting at a 10 out of 10. And then our personal score ended up averaging out to a 65.5. So with that, the final all bros letter grade for Borderlands has come out to a C-.
Dude, I feel we're gonna get some shit for it even getting a C in the
I know.
Dude, we're gonna catch some shit for this.
I have a feeling.
Oh,
how close? It's a pretty mid C- too.
Oh shit, dude.
All right, out of all the C- movies, so we have 14 C- movies. This is sitting right in the middle at 7 out of 14. Wow. Yeah, this is sitting at a 72.37%.
Oh man,
the costumes saved this, dude. The costumes
that makes
saved
sense.
this.
That makes sense. Holy shit, dude. Oh man,
this is wild. You want to hear what it's above or what it's below first?
I gotta hear above.
All right. This is sitting above Rebel Moon.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Yep. This is above Star Wars The Last Jedi.
I think I can agree with that.
It's above Madam Web.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank God.
It is above Cats.
Okay.
And here's the wild one. It's above Zack Snyder's Justice League.
But that's not our fault.
That's not. Let's say just for shits and giggles, Joss Whedon's Justice League, because I mean they're like right next to each other.
Okay.
All right, go in the opposite direction. It's below Morbius.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that, but
All right, it's below X-Men Dark Phoenix.
yeah, okay, I can agree with that.
It is below Rebel Moon, the Scargiver.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that. I hate
And then
Rebel Moon so much.
Yeah. And then it is below Tom and Jerry.
Okay, I can accept that one.
Yeah.
Dude, all I wanted for it was all I wanted was for it to rank above Madam Web. And it did that. So thank God.
Yeah, it was above Madam Web by 2%.
I'll take it.
Yeah, 2.2, I want to say.
Awesome.
But yeah. So anyway,
Wow.
that is where Borderlands ended up breaking.
I can't wait to hear the hatred. If we
Oh,
get any, I'm
man.
excited to hear this.
I'm pumped too, dude. I'm so pumped. Oh man. But
Dude,
just let this go to show that we will do whatever is suggested.
Yeah.
Like 9
DJ,
times
you
out of
better
10.
listen to this episode because
Yeah, you better freaking listen to this episode. This episode was for you.
Yeah. And
We
I'm
paid
assuming that he watched it too. So yeah, I want to hear what his grade was.
I bet you he didn't.
You mother. That's true. Yeah, because he probably would have been on this episode if that was the case.
Yep.
DJ, you son of a.
All right. Well, with that wraps up this week's episode. If you like this one, want to check out more of our stuff, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. We are also on all social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all the places at the All Bros. You can check out all of our episodes and bonus videos that we do as on YouTube. Just search at the All Bros. We found that out last week with our guest Douglas Burton. Yeah, we found out that we're not very easily searchable on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you have to search at the All Bros. And then you'll find us. But yeah, with that, you can find links to everything that we do, tinyurl.com/the All Bros. Next week, we will be breaking down Twisters. I haven't seen it yet. Rose has, and he actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a good time. Never seen the original, and I feel that actually made it better for me. Personally.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that next week. Until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we will catch you guys next week. Deuces.
See ya. I was going to do the Herbert voice, but then I stopped midway and I just effed it all up. My bad.